Hello, and welcome to Locating Resources for Your Research, brought to you by Lincoln Memorial University's Carnegie Vincent and Reed Health Sciences Libraries. Today, we're going to talk about who I am, what the library means to you, types of sources you have available, the library website, and how to locate sources through the library databases and the library catalog. So first of all, who am I? I'm your librarian. Librarians really love to help. Resources that you can look at and that librarians can help you with sometimes include books, ebooks, and periodicals like newspapers, magazines, or journals, websites, and other people such as librarians. Oh yeah, and social media. When you're choosing what type of resources to use for your nursing papers, you're probably going to be choosing something that's not so popular. Popular resources are geared toward a more general audience, not students or future scholars. And magazines are not considered appropriate. Definitely not all information is reliable. So let's talk about evaluating resources. Scholarly articles are geared toward a specific audience. They're written by researchers, and they're for researchers and scholars like you. They have a very specialized vocabulary, meaning that there are very specific words utilized, such as medical terms, that other databases or other resources might not use. The authors are typically experts in the field, and they have a lot of references in the bibliography. In your nursing assignments, you're going to use journal articles. These are usually vetted, quality work, and are peer-reviewed. Journal articles include very long, lengthy presentations of findings. There's information about the authors, the affiliations that they may have, if they work for a university, if they work for a company or a government. Often the data is presented as tables or figures, and of course, a long list of references. CINAHL, one of the databases we'll be looking at today, provides limits for peer review and for research. For example, Journal of Clinical Nursing or Journal of Professional Nursing, as you see here, are peer-reviewed. These are scholarly. So what does a journal article look like? Well, it looks like this. This is from a professional journal, Nursing Outlook, and it is peer-reviewed. If you'll notice, the author's last name includes their credentials. They're an RN, they're a PhD, and an FAAN. This is a very formal presentation of the topic. It includes an abstract and a very lengthy list of references. If you're unsure about how to find scholarly journal articles, visit the library, or you can visit the library website. Librarians love to help. And we have access, can help you get access to CINAHL. CINAHL is the cumulative index to nursing and allied health literature, and it is a major tool in nursing for finding journal articles. You can limit your results to research articles, peer-reviewed, and you can suss out the publication type, research or otherwise. If you visit the LMU Library website, library.lmunet.edu, you will see links to the Reed Health Sciences Library, a place to put in keywords or titles for your catalog search, and a button for databases. We're going to choose databases today. When you click into databases, you'll see our A to Z list. There's a drop-down at the top, and you can choose nursing. When you choose nursing, you see there are 39 databases available, and CINAHL with full text is right at the top. If you click on it, this is what you'll get. Many of our databases look a lot like this. So why can't I just use Google? What's the big deal? Well, Google is useful for a lot of things, but not for scholarly peer-reviewed information. The results, while they're free, the quality can vary. It's really hard to set really good limits with Google about what you're going to find. You can get millions and millions of results. And there's no specific vocabulary that you use to find exactly what you're looking for. Databases, on the other hand, the results are linked to high quality and scholarly resources that are paid for through a library subscription. You can set very specific limits, and the contents are well organized and described with this controlled vocabulary. This is what it feels like sometimes to do a Google search. And this is what it feels like to do a database or catalog search. One exception is Google Scholar. You can set Google Scholar up to reveal sources that are connected to your library. You can use your university library, you can use the library that you work with, your organization, and you can use the library near your house, the public library. If you look to the right, you'll see LMU Library full text as part of these links. That means these are connected to the Lincoln Memorial University libraries. You just go into settings to set that up. But that's a tutorial for another day. So let's go ahead and talk about how to evaluate websites and other forms of information. It's really important to consider the who, what, when, where, and why. Who created the information? Who wrote this? Was it an expert? Were they a doctor? Were they an RN? What kind of credentials do they have? Did they go to school? What's the purpose of the site? Is there advertising on there? Are they trying to sell you something? Or could there be bias? Was this written by a company that might have something to gain? And how often is this information updated? When was it created? Where does the information come from? Is there a bibliography? Can they refer back to where they got their information and their data? And maybe most important, is this relevant to the topic that you're working on? We go back to the library website where you can still see the Reed Health Sciences Library, catalog search, and databases. Let's go through Reed Health Sciences Library. Reed Health Sciences Library is part of the LMU Library's main website and has specialized information for you, the nursing. You click on nursing, it can take you into very specific guides for your program, whether you're a BSN, an ASN, or soon-to-be doctor. If you're accessing databases or resources offline, off campus, you may have to log into our library website. You'll use your first name dot last name, leave out the lmunet.edu, and then use your regular password. If you have any trouble, you can call us or the help desk. In the library website, under Reed Health Sciences Library, we have very specific nursing guides. Since we're talking about nursing today, this is an ASN research guide. If you'll notice across the top, there are many different tabs that have very specific information for different parts of your program and your assignments. It is to be noted that CINAHL is not the only resource. We have very many different kinds of databases available specifically to you. So when we get to searching in a database, we really want to answer some of our questions. Good searches come from good questions because good questions include good keywords. One example is maybe you want to know if nurses provide better care if they're allowed to take a nap on the night shift. Or maybe you want to know if visits from animals are useful for the patients. Let's find out. So we'll do a search in CINAHL. Some possible keywords are dog and nurse. Visits from animals useful for patients. Dog and nurse. Let's see what we get. Some better keywords might be pet therapy and nurse. We get a little bit different results. And even better keywords would be dog and nurse and palliative care. With these results, you'll see full text, PDF, peer-reviewed sources available. You can also use your keywords in the library catalog for a catalog search. When searching the catalog with the same question, you can put in your keywords, pet therapy. You can join that word with AND, and in the title, if you would like for the word nurse to appear, you put in TI:NURS with an asterisk at the end. That means in the title, as long as the letters NURS are included, words like nurse, nursing, nurses, and any other word that starts with NURS will appear in your search. And if you use the very specific keywords that we found earlier, pet therapy and palliative care, you will get very specific results and maybe exactly what you're looking for. Another resource that's available to you is PubMed. This is a very powerful database. If you put your keywords in, pet therapy, palliative care, you will get very good and very specific articles about pet care and palliative care with pets. Another cool thing for nursing specific is that you can customize your PubMed searches just for nursing. I would like to point out that there is a really good tutorial just for nurses called Welcome to PubMed for Nurses. I'll put the link below the video later on. Let's take one last look at the library website. On the left-hand side, you can see this is our contact information. Any of these buttons is clickable from your phone, from your tablet, or from your computer. You can call us, email us, or chat with us. On the lower left-hand side, you see How To at LMU. This is where we have our library tutorials, and you can go and learn how to do anything in the library that you want. Well, almost anything. And in the upper right-hand corner, you see a link for research guides, and you can find guides to other programs such as medical, English, business, all kinds of programs. So today, what we talked about who am I? I'm your librarian. We talked about what the library means to you, what types of sources are available. We looked at the library website, and we looked at library databases, CINAHL and PubMed, and we looked for some sources through the library catalog. If you have any questions, please feel free to call us, chat with us, or email us at library@lmunet.edu.